The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus told his disciples this parable. The kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. The foolish ones, when taking their lamps, brought no oil with them, but the wise brought flasks of oil with their lamps. Since the bridegroom was long delayed, they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, there was a cry, "Behold, the bridegroom, come out to meet him." Then all those virgins got up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish ones said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out." But the wise ones replied, "No, for there may not be enough for us and you. Go instead to the merchants and buy some for yourselves." While they went off to buy it, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went into the wedding feast with him. Then the door was locked. Afterwards, the other virgins came and said, "Lord, Lord, open the door for us." But he said in reply, "Amen, I say to you, I do not know you. Therefore, stay awake, for you know neither the day nor the hour." The Gospel of the Lord. So there's several important things going on in this story that cause us to reflect often. One is we never know the day or the hour the Lord is coming. So we always need to be prepared. What does preparation look like? Well, in this story, we know that Jesus is the bridegroom who can come at any time he wishes. Some people would hope it's today, but he didn't tell us, so we have to be prepared. We also know about the oil of charity because we heard about it a few weeks ago. The oil in the lamp is called the oil of charity. It's how one loves God and neighbor. And then there's 2 sets of virgins, the wise ones and the foolish ones. The wise ones are the Christians who are prepared. They persevere. They know that God is coming. They don't know when, but they're ready any day he comes. And the foolish ones are the Christians who are not prepared. They figure they got lots of time on their hands. God hasn't come yet. He's not going to come for a while, and I can wait. And they get caught off guard. The one thing I was reflecting on the most was the oil of charity. Because the oil of charity is how I love God and how I love my neighbor. In confirmation, we called them service hours. If you think about confirmation, when you have 25 hours, I can't do 50 and give you 25. It doesn't work that way. You have to gain your own. It's how you respond to God's call to serve another. You have to do it for yourself to understand and experience the love that God has to give you in that gift. No one can do it for you. So when the virgins are standing there and they need the oil from the other people, they can't give it to them because they earned it. It's theirs. Whatever they did for another filled the lantern, and it filled the flasks that they brought with them. So the question is, what am I doing to fill my lantern? What am I doing to fill the extra flasks I need if Jesus doesn't come right away? Things to think about. We also know that in the family, the first two people, the bride and groom, right? Mom and dad, are serving each other. Their job is to get each other to heaven. And then when they have children, they have to get each other and their children to heaven. They have to teach them what they know about the faith and share that faith with them, so that when they get to be parents or get to be adults, they know how to do it. It's all in perseverance. Some will be relaxed. Some won't persevere as hard as the others. Some won't persevere at all. They might be waiting for a handout they never get. But hopefully they will figure it out and they will give themselves more to others in time, talent, or treasure. It doesn't take a lot to get oil in the flask. All you have to do is say hello. That's the easiest way to evangelize. Hi, how are you? I know we are always taught stranger danger. You're not supposed to say hi to a lot of people. I break that rule every day. I say hi to almost everybody. Sometimes I get a low back, and sometimes I get a strange look. I still do it. I don't know if I was taught that since I was little, but it's one of the activities I do readily, is to greet someone. Because I know if I greet them, it might change their day. A simple greeting. When we do home visits, I can't do a home visit for less than 30 minutes. It's impossible. Because we are the face of Christ when we come to that house. And they may not have been out of that house for quite a while. And we visit. We talk about everything and anything. Sometimes we talk about the Packers. Sometimes we talk about the Vikings. Sometimes I have to admit I have no idea what the Vikings are doing. I'm a Packer fan. And I know what they're doing, and we don't need to go there. They're probably knitting Afghans now. But all of that time is time shared. We talk about our families. They're always surprised I have kids, but I'm one of those priests that have kids. But we talk about those, and all of those times we are together are building relationships with God. It's filling the flask. This story prepares us for the second coming. It prepares us to celebrate the feast of Christ the King. Because Christ the King, Christ will come to us on that day as we celebrate his kingship over all of earth, all of eternity. And we get to celebrate that with great joy. We are here because we love God. We are here to, without knowing, we are filling the flask because we love God. We love to hear his stories. We love to experience him in the sacraments. May we continue to fill the flasks so that whenever he comes, we are truly ready.